I know you're gonna dig this.
There we go! Hey guys, welcome back to Drew Racing, and today we're coming at you with a problem and not something fun. Loading up the trailers to go racing here soon, and we're all stanced out, they'll say. That's not supposed to be like that.
Looks like our upper ball joint's coming apart. So let's get this car up in the air, get the wheel off, and see what's going on. Yeah, I don't think that's right.
It's all the wheelies.
Yeah, it must be. Let's see if it'll thread back in. If not, we're gonna need another upper control arm or something.
I didn't know it was a threaded kind of.
Well, I think it is. We'll get on. Let's see if that'll thread in. What you doing, Ricky? If only we had a lift, huh? Oh, yeah. All right, we gave up on fixing this in the driveway. We drove it back, and looks like we're gonna take the taper joint out of the steering knuckle and take all the stress off it and see if we can get the thread. Take it out, see what's going on. If we can repair it or if we gotta replace it. Probably gotta replace it. Now, let's get this thing on some jack stands.
Well, as I was lifting the car up in the air, I heard some popping and a little concerned, but turns out as the weight of the suspension was pulling it down, it sucked the threads back in. So now it looks back to normal. So clearly the threads in that are shot. So we better off just replacing everything, because it will happen again if we don't.
Oh yeah, it'll come right out. So we need to get an upper ball joint and upper control arm. Just a couple bolts, pop it all apart. So I'm gonna get some parts here and finish this job up, because you're gonna go to a test and tune
The 11th.
the 11th, and it's 30th today. So
we got time, but you're also gonna be gone
yeah,
for a little
I'm gonna
bit.
be gone. Yeah, so hopefully we get some parts really quick. So I'll get something on order tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, get the brake caliper out of the way. We got it back in the shop. We weren't gonna fix it out in the driveway. Take that cotter pin out, take that nut off, and see if I can get that taper joint to release from the knuckle, and then we can get a better look at what's going on the upper control arm. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but this isn't supposed to move. That's supposed to be threaded in. The threads were fully exposed when we saw the problem, and then it snapped back into place. And now I can probably smack it with a hammer and knock it right back out, but she's definitely no good. So we got to change the control arm out and get a new upper ball joint. That's not supposed to do that. Okay, so this is a press fit ball joint, and the joint itself is very tight. It doesn't move around very easily at all, and you can see the knurling on that, and the control arm is just smoked. So it is very loose in here. It didn't take me much to pop that out, so control arm needs to be replaced. Doesn't look like it would have failed catastrophically because it wasn't going to pull through, but the tire was cocked over to the side and definitely not a safe condition, so definitely changing this. But it looks like pretty fail-safe. But yeah, she's all wallered out. When we built the car, I believe back in '97, we had upper control arm bushings and ball joints installed, but these are the original control arms to the car, as best I can tell. So got some new control arms on the way, and hopefully they'll show up in another day or two. We can get this thing put back together. Okay, we got a 3/4 inch wrench, 3/4 inch nut on both sides. Those come loose pretty easy. The bolts obviously have an eccentric on it for the alignment, so I took some pictures, notice where they're at so I can get it pretty close when we get it back together. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tap the bolt out. Luckily, Like I said, this was rebuilt when we built the car, and it's been inside, stored indoors, and hasn't seen winter or anything like that, so it's not rusty. And it seems like if I just give it a little tap, it'll come loose. See, they're just coming right out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take both these bolts off and get this control arm off the car. Also interesting to note, there's a flat on the bolt, and there's a flat in the hole in the eccentric, so that kind of goes together. And that does set your front alignment. So I'm assuming I'm going to reuse this hardware. I'm not sure the hardware is what I'm going to get when the new parts show up tomorrow, but I'll go knock the other one out. Super nice. This was not all rusty and literally just tapped it right out. Oh, that's crazy. They both came right out. Let's see if I get the arm out now. Wow. So yeah, got some decent bushings in there. Just came apart, but let's see if I can get on the bench. We take a closer look. Okay, it seems to be hammered out pretty good. That shouldn't fit that loose. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fix that, of course, so just wait for the parts. Maybe Ricky will be by tomorrow and we'll pop this thing back in.
All right, a couple days later, well, for me, I don't know what he got for a video doing this, but I'm back. But we got our new upper control arms from Speedway Motors. QA1, I believe. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think that's what we ordered, so. Box of box.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh, and is there two? Okay, good, there is two. We were worried there for a second, but yeah.
Let me see that.
Is that heavier than the
I'd
stock?
say it feels heavier. Let's go compare them.
Well, regardless, it's probably stronger.
Way stronger.
About even.
Okay.
It's not a noticeable difference if it is, so. Yeah, is there sides?
Figure out which is left, which is right.
I don't think it matters. Whether you got, no?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
pad might be to the front.
We'll look.
Oh, we got to figure that out. Why don't you compare it to the old one?
Oh.
Or does it say?
Oh, we also have greasers, so we can do maintenance on these.
Nah.
Okay, we got the new QA1 upper control arm in, and it was a tight squeeze mainly because of gunk and, brand new bushings and such, as it would be new.
So run the bolts, yeah, run them in, and then I took a picture of where the cam was. Go ahead, horse those in. Let me put the camera down, look at the picture, and we'll get them set where it was.
Those are some nice strange shocks right there.
Yeah. Starting to look like a race car.
All right, since it's greasable, we greased it. Don't know how much it's actually going to take, but I guess we could put a good amount in.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So now, the real struggle is fighting the torsion bar to pick all this up to that, because as you guys know, it's a lot of tension on that. So plan is, I think, get a jack it up, and hopefully the weight of the car will settle it all in there.
That'll be our first try anyways.
Yep.
Okay, that took both of us to tip the spindle back and get it to line up. And yeah, this little pad here needs to line up with the jounce bumper that seems to be missing. We ought to look into maybe replacing that, huh?
Sure.
pull that in and put the brakes back on.
Well, that's everything. There was a little struggle getting the tension up with the torsion bar, but it worked its way in. We rotated everything enough, and the hardest part about this job was trying to find the hole for the cotter pin.
It really was. Yeah, this was pretty easy.
Yeah, it's going this way, and then there's not enough room to swing the cotter pin, and then finding it, and then the brakes. Of course, they fought us every bit of the way too. So
the brakes were easy. It's just it's been a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
So easy enough, and minor improvement to the car. Something we'll probably need eventually anyway, so it's not hurting anything.
Yeah, just gotta check your parts. The ball joint was replaced, like we said, in '97, and the ball joint's fine. It's the control arm all wallowed out. So yeah, you can paint it and weld it and all that, but
like I said, probably gonna need this more fancier stuff anyways soon. So
I don't know. It'll be stronger for sure.
Oh yeah. So yeah, easy enough. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.
There you have it.
Made it on the trailer this time.